I wasn't going to say anything, but, you know.
First map going to be Inferno, and then I believe it's Train and Overpass if we get past this. So an exciting run here. The last two maps will be big op maps, which should be interesting. SFX, of course, traditionally an opper, and on the other side, I'm trying to remember who is picking it up for this squad. Inferno, Overpass, Train. Okay, so it's Overpass, then Train would be the decider if we get to it. It is going to be Inferno as we hear these sweet tunes dusting in our ears. Agony going to hit the first shot right through mid, just doing up the damage, and he's pushed into it as well, but they're chasing out a Boiler, and they're going to be able to overwhelm him here. Just shots ringing back and forth. As soon as kind of caught out by a smoke, so the bomb will be planted. Now we're into the pose plan as they attempt to work their way back into the site. Going to basically have to pop some heads to find any space, and dropping SFX and Dolphy in towards mid's going to make that a much tougher task.
And you know what's so good about these players is they all can shoot, I think. So they all are getting those headshots right now. And so
they can all aim. They can click.
Hey, look, they're in the final. They're in these playoffs for a reason.
Yeah, they made it through. They battled their way out of groups, and sometimes with these open events, you can have a pretty high skill disparity between sort of the lower ends and the higher ends of groups. But now we've got these top-tier teams ready to battle it out. And so we've got sort of a mix on both sides. This is the latest iteration of the X1 mob on the CT side, which is the qualification for being a part of the X1 mob is that Jasper's on the team. And then on the other side, we've got the Snatch and Bag iteration. Grave going to catch himself some nice kills to start things off here. Just opens up Banana a little bit. It's a full stack towards Banana, but they're kind of just chewing through the stack. Dolphy gets one. SFX going for the Zeus. He promised me one in this game. Can't quite deliver it on him this round, and it will be a mop-up. It got a little pricey there for the T's. They dropped two, but they recover nicely and keep the AKs up as well.
And I'm hoping that the T's know how Jasper plays with the Zeus, and that he's going to probably be in some random corner, and you will get Zeus, and you will never know where it came from.
I know a lot of these players are familiarity. Cole's been playing at these local lands for a long time. Droid as well. And Nuked. I mean, they know to expect Jasper lurking around every corner.
Right.
You always full clear against Jasper on an eco round.
Even 10-mans.
SFX going to get aggressive here. That's the man of the hour. Jasper, he finds one and does damage onto the rest, and that sets it up for Agony and Dolphy to come back through. Now Dolphy can tuck in towards the sandbags, and this is a strong hold early on. The guns come out, and X1 mob reigns supreme early. So much damage. Agony fighting another through smoke, and it's just all faded away here for Snatch and Bag. They've got nothing in the bag as Nuked now has a full belt of utility, but only 30 HP, and no teammates to assist him. He's being encircled. There's players at the bottom. Banana. It's just a matter of time before Conan puts a bullet in the back of his head and takes that first gun round for X1 mob with 4 alive.
Yeah, I really enjoy that they are not afraid to push, even though it's a 1v4. But, you know, Nuked is a pretty good player that he can get, you know, 2 out of those 4 people.
Some old school names here. You can see in chat they're typing Battle of the Ancients. They age like fine wine on the CS server. SFX, this time it's not going to be a Zeus, it'll be a Shoddy. Max 7. Where does he take it to? Sandbags. Interesting. Sometimes you'll see, a lot of times you'll see play around the entrance to apartments with this gun, but half wall works as well as a spot. It's tricky. If he can work his way down to log pile, it's a great one to hold the bottom Banana with.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to see that one of them is pushed up Banana and the other one's playing like CT. You know, usually when you're kind of in that position, you like to play together because they're getting trades and everything like that.
I think he's literally the sacrificial lamb. Like, they're just like,
now
okay.
He's just calming, and then hopefully he'll kind of... Oh, it's SFX.
I think it was sort of he either gets one and dies and they don't expect the second one to be there, or it's he gets one and then gets utility to flash him into another. Now, as it is, they can actually fall all the way back. SFX has controlled the bottom Banana. I'm surprised Dolphy hasn't rotated towards A already.
Right.
It's going to be a little bit slow on it, and it's Mac to find the first kill. That should trigger the rotation. It's certainly going to trigger the flank coming in from mid. That's a big kill to pick up for Agony, though. Keeps them from getting too strong of a hold on this A-bomb site, makes the retake possible. Now it's a 3-on-3, a massacre across the way, and Mac gets the first kill of the showing. SFX has a rifle now, and he's got a 2-piece. but he needs to find more, and he's lost his teammate in the process. Can't find the player tucked into the corner, and it's going to be Nuke to pick up the frag and the round. So a good answer back from Snatch and Bag after dropping the initial the initial gun round rather. They answer right back and make the momentum back in their favor.
And it looks like SFX is causing a pause, so
We had a player drop.
Oh, yep.
Who did we lose?
Conan.
Conan,
Yes.
you young gun. The Battle of the Ancients, Conan's what, 16? Sounds about right to me.
Yeah.
So we got the old fraggers, and then we got the young guns. Changing of the guard, if you will. Droid also quite young, #1 memer on North American CS Twitter. He definitely holds that title. I don't think anyone else can even get close to his meme prowess.
No, absolutely not. So now we're just like waiting and
Maybe
seeing.
Floppy. You seen Floppy's videos? His are all memes of himself. It's a weird Twitter.
But you know what? If you can make fun of yourself, then nothing else matters.
Oh, I dig it. I dig the memes. I dig it a lot. As it is, full AK's up, and Op's going to be up on Agony. Glass Cannon as well. This is a full investment round. This could get interesting. 2 pistols, one of which appears to also be Glass Cannon, and an AWP. This is going to be a little frisky, a little touch and go, if you will. The question is, can Agony get the party started with that big green gun? He's certainly going to be trying for it. Peek into alt mid is very aggressive indeed. He's flashed to blind it. It's going to be SFX to rain out deagle shots to keep them from poking up T stairs and plucking him out of the mid. As a result now, they're going to fade back to slightly more passive angles. So the initial aggressive peek, I like the idea. You're in a precarious buy. You got to make something happen. It doesn't yield anything, so they're completely willing to abandon the idea and fade away.
Right, and Agony's just rotating over to CT as he thinks that they'll be rotating, but really the bomb is just T-spawn with them, the rest of the team pushing up mid. So it looks like they're going to go back towards B, up banana. But they don't know that there's actually 3 CTs over there on that side. So it might be like a little bait switch going on over here.
Ooh.
And getting Agony getting the op on Droid.
That's a nice peek out from Agony. Information as well. I think that shot was that onto wood pile? It was. Okay, he hopped up onto the pile. I thought that might have just been straight through the wall. And Agony up close gets another.
Woo!
These shots from Agony are unreal. And so finally, they will drop him and retrieve his op indeed. But they're down a man now. And the remaining 3 players are all armored. Whereas before they had 2 unarmored targets to deal with. Now it's the remaining hard-shelled players and only 1 pistol left on Dolphy. So they've got a nice crossfire here. The peak is good. The shots are better. Mac now all alone, just trying to get out the top of banana. He knows somebody's going to be coming in from the flank. Asuna just has to try and stay alive here. Can't do anything like that. But Mac, he'll have to go straight for the plant. It's going to be Conan Mac, 1-on-1. The AK will tuck in towards Emo. Just play the safest possible spot on site. And what a peek from Mac. It's just that little bit aggressive to take the round.
Wow, that was a nice shot. It's a hard shot, I think.
Interesting that he doesn't go for the op. I guess they're against an eco. You don't really need it. And playing T side of Inferno, you don't see the op come out as often.
Right, and I think a lot of people, like, some people either like love opping on Inferno, and other people just don't. They just don't think it's a good opping map in general. So, I mean, it really depends on your preference, but.
We got 2 Zeuses. Agony going to be playing close to mid. I like it. And then elsewhere we got Jasper, who's also in apps. So double Zeus towards A. If they venture this direction, they're going to find a lot of electricity flowing in the air.
Yeah, and there's one player from C2 just got killed by Cole. Dolphy just was pushing banana to kind of give some information to his teammates. That's what I like about like a little bit of this mid-level, high-level CS is that, you know, people are a little more aggressive and, you know, you can start. Some of these players are just really smart. So it's good to kind of see all that teamwork going on.
Agony gets it. He's traded immediately afterwards, but that's still a man down. Cole does good to limit the damage potential, but Agony pokes his head out of Boiler and just manages to get close enough to get the Zeus. Now SFX is tucked in towards the app, so they're going to expect him to be this close this early on. He'd still like to get a Zeus kill, but I don't know that he's going to be given opportunity. May have spotted the player peeking in from balcony. So maybe he gets the flank out. Oh, does he get this? No way. Oh, a little slow on the trigger pull there, SFX. So close. Cole hits him with the NT.
It's how perfect timing that he just peeked that, and then, whew, I thought SFS was going to get it there for a second.
2 Zeuses in 1 round.
Yeah.
That would have been magical. As it is, Asuna all alone with a USP in hand, just creeping around in the apartments.
Maybe he can try to get another kill, or maybe take a gun if he can. So.
Oh.
Do you just auto pick up on there?
Ladies and gentlemen, that's why you turn off auto switch. If you don't have auto switch disabled on your home config, what's wrong with you?
You know what's funny is I still have it on, so hate to admit that.
I'm judging you right now.
Good.
Turn that off.
I know. You know, honestly, I always think about it in game, and so then I just forget to
And
turn
then
it
you
off.
forget.
Yeah.
I did that for about 3 months, and then at one point it cost me a round, and I was like, all right, that does it. We're swapping.
So with
Never again.
here the T's are kind of working banana and trying to get some picks off at CT on B.
The gun's back up. There's no op, though, so they're not going to get super aggressive behind the big green gun. You're seeing how heavy they go early on the banana presence. And it's interesting. You'll see a lot of teams do this where they'll keep a 3rd player towards banana solely so they can have their utility, right? Nice play from Conan. He's blinded up, but he still has the spray lined up and pre-fired. And despite being blind, he can get that shot off before Nuke can. So that drops the presence towards A. Now it comes to SFX, who finds 1. He's 1 in about half, and that's all he really needed, because now he sets it up for Dolphy to slip back towards site and let the rotation come in. They've got a player playing contain the bottom banana. That's Agony. Meanwhile, they've got 2 players coming in from CT. So Dolphy, he just needs to do some damage as they move in towards site, and there's the first. Can he get any more? They know they have to deal with him now, and they're not winning it out. This is delaying so much time that's allowing the CTs to get into position, and that's going to allow them to surround, encircle, and crunch on the remaining Ts on site. So 2nd round picked up by X1 Mob, and 4 players alive again is going to help them get that economy rolling early.
Yeah. So that was a good push and just kind of a crunch. You know, a lot of people like to take on fights by themselves, but it was good that they were like waiting for each other to kind of crunch them. So I think that was a good play by them.
Dolphy played that very well with
Yes.
the back of sight, just to stay alive, make himself a nuisance, prevent them from really doing much of anything. Cole
with that
rings
one dig
out.
on Dolphy.
Rings his bell. That hurts.
Those are
That's
some
a
good-
heck of a way to get started.
Those are some of the best shots ever, and you feel so good about those afterwards.
Interesting that it dropped enough in towards mid and no one was babysitting it that he could actually get up and get the rifle as well. So what an upgrade. Now Asuna is going to be coming back through, but he's got to be careful. There's players coming from both directions. Fortunately, support from Agony is kind of going to bait them into this. Mac tries to take the angle, and Mac will die as a result. Just a P250 loss there, but a man advantage gained for the X1 Mob. Going to make them a lot more secure in this round.
I like how they, you know, played off each other there and supported each other. Conan getting that kill on Nuke, while Cole is now waiting here on the Archshine trying to get a pick. And Cole dropping his gun.
It's a bold strategy.
Yeah.
Maybe he meant to hit reload, instead he hits drop the gun. That's one way to get a new clip. Just drop and whip out your pistol. So it's just going to be Grave, all alone, creeping on over towards the B-bomb site. And he might actually be able to sneak a plant out of this because the cross smoke is down. The nade to follow it, and that plan will come through. Conan Kun just waiting on the other side of the smoke will wait for the retake to come in. No reason to give him the opportunity to get this 1v3 by isolating it. Let him walk in instead and put an easy bullet through the dome from Agony's AUG. So bomb will be defused. At least a plant came in from Snatch and Bag, so that gives him something to work with in the next in terms of getting pistol armor up. But the X1 Mob, they're starting to chip away at this lead.
Yes. So that was a nice plant by Grave. So I think that was definitely important. Hopefully they'll be able to buy full buy next round.
Baby bladders and we dropped a vape. They're going to call a pause here. Someone's got to pee and someone else dropped a vape. I hope they know we've got chat enabled here and stream can see it. So it's just going to take a brief break here, folks. This is off to a pretty great start, to be quite frank, here on Inferno. Inferno, always a map that promises and delivers great cinematic CS. And we've already seen some wildness. We've had one Zeus, a lot of attempted Zeuses.
Yes.
Several failed Zeuses, mostly from SFX. And some deeg shots, some clutch rounds, some big moments.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping we get more.
And that's what I like about Inferno is that it can go either way, really. I mean, some people say it's CT-sided, some people say it's T-sided, but, I mean, I've seen a lot of high-level just games go back and forth. So I think it will be kind of, you know, pretty equal, and it's good to see. Can't wait to see the other side, too.
Question is, do you think SFX gets a Zeus by the end of this game?
Of course. He has to.
You'd hope
He's
so.
always gets a Zeus every one game, I think, for the most part.
Pretty much. He's bought it 3 times now?
Yeah.
2 or 3 times?
Right.
So far success rate not super high.
Next time we should just keep count and try to, like, tally it up.
Tally up attempted Zeuses and successful Zeuses. So while these players drain themselves, if you will, and refresh themselves and get ready to frag, we can talk about ways that you can refresh your own CS experience and get ready to frag. You know how you can do that? You can get a Linode private server hosted by Linode. They're SSD-based Linux servers based in Philadelphia. Help you bring your game to your next level or any project that you need cloud computing and cloud hosting, server hosting from. So go on over to Linode.com and use code NCS2019 to get $50 off your order. I think we're ready to get back into this game, and these players are ready to roll with our lightning fast servers here. And we've got another pistol round out from Snatch and Bag.
And you have, what, 4 of them with Deeks and 1 Glock?
And Cole this time has the Zeus. We saw him thwart SFX's attempt at a Zeus earlier. Maybe he'll get a little more success. He's trying to get up. He wants to get around to that half wall. They're going to knock him down, though. So much damage is done. Cole's still alive, though, most importantly here. He's just going to get close with the Zeus. He's going to try and rain the shot, but he slides right into the spray of the SFX and takes the body blow. SFX dropped his gun. Should be retrievable as well, but it is going to be set up for the rest of the team to move forward and rain out dink shots down range. Dolphy and Agony just going to set up a crossfire here. No one's playing the bottom banana on contain yet. They're just going to wait and let these T's make their own move.
I love how Dolphy kind of backs up, though, you know, to kind of wait for his teammates so then they can play crossfire and play off of each other and get some trades. So I like how they're kind of setting up for the T's to come B. I'm hoping one of the Arch people will start, or, you know, Arch person starts to rotate, but doesn't look like it yet until now.
There's the peek out from Emo, and Agony and Dolphy knock them all down. Line them up, knock them down, make it easy. Only one player dropped in the round for a comfortable anti-eco from the X1 mob. So 4-5, and here we see if X1 can tie it up or if Snatch and Bag will keep a hold of their lead.
Yeah.
4 rifles on one side and an op. SFX. I think this may be the first op we've seen this game.
For him, yes. And the 2 Augs.
It's the AUG meta. It is the AUG meta. Surprised we don't see 4, but I guess the saved AKs they do still like. That little extra bit of movement speed is quite nice. Yeah,
and it looks like the T's got hit with a nade. So, you know, 2 of them have almost half health, and one's about 75% health, but, you know. Ooh.
Oh, Nuke. The timing might be terrible on that need pull. I think he gets away with it, but there's Dolphy on the swing. And the spray down from Agony finds 2. Just Dolphy left alive, but he's got the bomb in his lap. Cole on 1 HP. And Mac very, very scared. Now the rest of his team can rotate through, and they can just go ahead and hold this bomb. There's a smoke, 2 smokes and 2 flashes actually to try and retrieve this parcel of explosives, but it's still going to be a challenge. Clearing out that sandbags position is big, but Asuna and Conan couldn't just rotate it a little bit too quickly for them to deal with, and so X1 Mob will bring it tied 5-5.
Yeah, that was a good push from A side. Like, I think that their rotation was really, really nice. Perfect, actually, in that round, I think.
Timing was ideal.
Yes. You know, as soon as Dolphy died, you had 2 of those players just right there.
Now we go for the full rifles. Agony doesn't even pick up utility. They're just going to anti-eco here. They're going to frag out. Just straight take the fight. A little bit of armor available, and there's the shot from Nuke, but he's lost all of his teammates in the meantime. So, yeah, he's going to get an AUG here, and that's nice. But they're also going to hunt him down. The Dogs of War are at his heels, and I don't know if they spotted him slipping in towards T-Apps, but he's sticking around like he wants this fight, and that's going to be ill-advised. Finds another one, but ultimately the damage is not catastrophic. If you're the X1 mob, they will find the round. They will find the kills. And Snatch and Bag, and now they're going to break out another gun round. Cole's got an op, too.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, we were talking about T-side opping and whether they were going to do it. And
Or
I
not,
guess
right. And I guess this is like one of their...
this is a change. Cole's starting out strong here. 11 rounds already. 1 kill around. Fragging.
Big time fraggers here.
Big time fraggers. We don't deal with no small time fraggers
No, absolutely not.
here at the Gex Esports NCS minor stop.
It looks like SFX is pushing down Banana and holding that down, and all the rest of the team is going towards the A bomb site. So bomb is heading towards A, up alt mid. And so usually like Jasper SFX playstyle is pretty aggressive usually, and so he's pretty into telling the intel for his teammates and holding it down. So he's probably calling, hey, they're probably going to go A because I don't see anything Banana.
It's so much map control as well. That bottom Banana smoke is huge. Even if they're going to rotate through, now they've got to clear logs, they've got to clear right side, they've got to clear car. I mean, they've got to clear everything as they move up the lane. It's just a challenge. They're trying to take space towards A instead, but nothing's really being afforded to them. It's a passive hold, and that ultimately is going to be their undoing as Asuna loses his life, but the trades are good. There's Nuke trying to gain space here, but it's going to prompt them to head back towards B instead. And they've dropped the A presence, so the jig should be up here in a moment. Exactly now as Conan peeks out mid, so the rotation's already going to be on, and SFX is good for at least one here. Here's the second, has the spray as well, so they may not even get on towards site. It's Cole with the op, and SFX will get him done before the rotation even comes in. So Jasper, rock solid, retrieves the op, and it's 7-5, as the X1 mob have really come into their own the last few rounds.
Yeah, they have. They probably, what, won 5 in a row?
That sounds about right to me. Can we hit tab? Oh. I see our observer stood up, handed the keyboard to someone else. we're playing past the observer. Josh is now observing. SFX got the AWP in hand, gonna take the initial peek. Nades down Banana, not gonna catch anyone else. It's just an anti-eco again. So we're gonna see who can really take ground. Deagles, hey, why not? Knock ahead from shoulder, steal a gun.
Enjoyed with the tech.
Enjoyed with the tech, bringing it back into meta. I like it. Konankun's been playing up on the Sonic a lot, and it's a great position, but if you overuse it, it can get very hazardous to deal with. He's been playing it well, though. Molly into Boiler is good. Now they're going to swing. He's going to get another for his efforts. Agony finds the next. And they've just deleted the presence towards mid. Now there's really nothing to be found as two players are stuck in towards the apartments, trying to find some sort of space, and they can't even catch out Konankun. Droid finally gets it with the Fable Tech 9, but he's immediately traded back.
Yeah, I like how the CTs are playing off of each other. I mean, every time someone dies on their team, there's always someone there getting, like, the trade. So I feel like that's pretty impressive for I think it's a pug team.
This is, you can see the friendly banter going in chat. Droid's struggling a little bit early on this game. And they're trying to cement that trash talk a little bit. SFX feebled for his trash talk on land. Mac and Nuke, though, answer that talk back with bullets as they pick up 2 quick frags and open up the A bomb site. Now they're going to be fast moving towards this position. Conan tucked into the pit, but Amali will force him out of it. They're not even going to check it, however. They swing into sight, and that allows him to get 2. Conan not check. That's very odd. You don't usually throw that Molly and then not check who's coming out of it. A little miscommunication here. Might give them an opportunity to get back into the round. Still a man advantage, though, for Snatch and Bag, but they've already moved a player up the lane. That's going to be SFX, who's testing, who's challenging. They may have heard the tick in the Molotov, and he's unable to finish the kill on the player pit, but he does knock him quite low. Now he knows the spot of the remaining 2. He's got to isolate the fights, but Cole is good for that upshot. And Snatch and Bag, they will take the round.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised they didn't check it, and they did not know that he was truck side. So still probably some miscommunication. Everyone expected that they were coming arch side.
Still good money on the CT side to come right into it. Thanks, Droid. So they are going to buy right back at it. And we got the last round of half.
And it looks like they went into a pause. So I'm trying to see why they went into a pause.
I'm going to guess tack. I don't think I see any tech issues. No one's
Yeah,
dropped out
I
of the
didn't see
server.
that.
Maybe someone needs to go to the bathroom again. If so, honestly, you should probably go to the doctor and get that looked at. Twice in one match is not normal.
So, no, it just looks like, you know, they're going to be playing, and this is the last round of the half. So let's see who takes it. It could be a 9-6 or it could be a 8-7.
It's nice to see it in a full buy, too. It's not often you get to enjoy that
Right.
full buy in the last round. You usually get someone upset, someone ecoed, or some sort of limitations. Now we see who truly is the best team on these halves. You're already seeing a strong round or a strong half out from X1. And I would say being on the CT side, just considering that these are both pugs and that momentum tends to be easier to hold on the T side when you don't really need to worry about rotations as much, I would say that the T side is favored. So an 8-7 half would be strong already. If they can make it a 9-6, that's great. At that point, I just favor them outright.
Right.
You know, really doesn't matter the players. When you have players of relatively equal caliber and they're pugging, T side's going to be easier.
Right. So kind of see, you know, SFX and the X1 mob are pretty aggressive players. So T-side might be something that they really like because they can just aggro it everywhere they go. So, but it looks like we're going back to the game, so we can give you some more action.
And away we go. Grave starts things off well for Snatch and Bag as he has Snatch and Bag to kill over towards mid. Now it's going to be 2 players to either site as the CT defense is split, is isolated. They're going to have to stand strong and hold fast. Conan playing around the CT cross. And then I believe it's Dolphy set up with him as well. So could get a nice crossfire here. This was where we were saying Agony and Dolphy play quite a bit, but Agony, of course, is no more in this round. Meanwhile, SFX holding the traditional arch side with the AWP, and he's got to back up in towards pit. So it's what I would call a pretty traditional 4v5 defensive position. And 4 players stacked towards the top of Banana. They've taken full top Banana control. They're setting up, presumably throw utility right now, and then head right into that B bomb site.
And Grave holding top of mid to see if they're going to push from bomb side A.
Here the utility comes over, so the take is on. Good counter flash just to slow them down a little bit and change up the pacing on it. There's a player boosted up, might be susceptible to this off, but that's so unfortunate. SFX caught through the smoke, and the damage is done from either side. Asuna is still alive, and it was good damage done from Conan as well to get 2 in the round, but that just leaves Asuna in a 1v2 to get back on his site. Only advantage is that they haven't planted the bomb as of yet. Trying to get close up to this smoke, trying to find a gap in it, see if someone will expose themselves to it. If Nuke backs up, that's it. There's the first kill. Cole down. Now it's a 1v1, and this gets very messy indeed. Nuke looks like he wants to get aggressive through the smoke. He'll do exactly that, and all it takes is 1 bullet right to the temple, and Nuke takes the 7th round for Snatch and Bag. So well played by Nuke. It looked like it might have been the 1v2 clutch, but Nuke shuts it right down.
That was a nice shot from Nuke. Very nice shot.
So we're going to head right into the second half here as they swap their side arenas. And now we'll see what X1 Mob bring to bear on their own T side. About as even as you can get. Droid still struggling to get off the bottom of that board. Maybe a little bit of the trash talk starting to set in. Number 1 memer getting memed. Is going to be Cole to first spot some presence in towards mid. It's fast presence out, and Grave hits the first shot. Well done at the top of Banana, raining out bullets down range. It's going to allow them to rotate over towards the A-bomb site. Asuna's trying to lead the charge, but Asuna finds himself cold, lying on the cobblestones. Mac will be cleared out of the pit, but not before finding that damage. And now we're into the post plant. At least the bomb will be planted, but it's still going to be tough to hold on to this, especially as they're losing bodies. Conan and Dolphy set up a bit of a crossfire from the site to the pit to try and hold on to this. They've got players coming from multiple angles, and it's going to be a challenge to try and keep this alive. Conan needs to start hitting these shots, and Dolphy cleared out on site, leaves everything on his shoulders, and his shoulders just aren't quite strong enough. So 3 players still alive, bomb defused, and we are even right after the first round of the second half.
Yes. So 8-8 here. Hopefully Droid can pick it up a little bit this half and, like you said, get some more kills.
He got 1 to start off. He got the monkey off his back. Sometimes it goes that way. Sometimes it goes that way.
And it looks like the match is paused again because someone's sound is messing up.
Womp, womp, womp.
So it'll be interesting if they are going to buy or if they're just going to save so they can buy the next round. Because they haven't bought yet. Oh, and it looks like Asuna just left the server.
Death by Asuna. Feels bad, man. All right, we got the sound being fixed in just a moment. Presumably, Asuna will be back in a flash. Well, maybe a little bit of a momentum breaker here as these teams figure out what they're going to bring into the next. If you're Snatch and Bag, you had a lot of success on that pistol round, tapping away long range with the USPs, and you really do want to keep this momentum right out of the gates and avoid that potential reset.
Right. And of course, like, you know, when you have like these tech or tack issues, then you tend to kind of lose focus and kind of figure out like, hey, what are we going to do next? But, and obviously up now is we have the brackets up here. And so right now you are watching the X1 Mob and Snatch and Bag V2.
You can see it in the bottom right. I don't know if we have updates from the other games. I think they may have started simultaneously. We got Northeast Mayhem, or as this says on this bracket, Northeast Mayhem, which is like with a Boston accent. Northeast Mayhem. Pocket Cat and Havid Yacht. I like it. Against the AUG squad. VCU against Team Name and Hollow Esports and Lore. We saw a pretty great game between, I think it was Lore and Northeast Mayhem previously. But now we're going to see. Was that the squad or was it Lore against Team Name?
Northeast. There was Lore against
Northeast?
Yes.
What did Team Name play?
Academy Puggers.
Right. Right. My memory is not what it used to be, and it didn't used to be much.
That's why you have me here sometimes.
You're the lexicon, the encyclopedia. It's like Mark Bach has a ridiculous memory.
Yeah.
So you ask him, you're like, oh, what was game 3 of Philadelphia 4?
Okay, I know.
Man's nuts. Man's nuts. A lexicon of knowledge. Speaking of lexicon of knowledge, I'm hearing knives get switched to in-game. I'm hoping that means we're going to switch to the in-game, but I'm not sure it's going to happen as of yet. But, folks, while we wait, if you've been admiring the game that's been going on here, how quick these flicks have been, how quick these players have been, and you want to know how you can game like these pros, you can head on over to cukusa.com and pick yourself up a Computer Upgrade King PC because they are the providers of all of the amazing machines that we've got. You can see their pretty logo right there. Follow them on Twitter at CUKUSA. They have all sorts of interesting products that they're advertising and showing off, flaunting. So you can get a PC that you'll want to flaunt too. So head on over to cukusa.com. Get yourself a shiny new PC or laptop or monitor or sawn-off shotgun. As soon as got a sawn-off.
So here we go, starting the 17th round.
I think I just got corrected on my pronunciation by my producer about that.
We have 4 Deegs here on the T side and a
I'm judging you.
sawed-off.
So you know. He's a self-admitted weeb. So apparently it's Asuna. I don't know. I'll work on that.
Oh, good to know.
I've been judged on my lack of anime knowledge, anime.
Well, I'm happy we knew that, so now we can pronounce it correctly.
There we go. Agony. In agony right now. He took a nice bullet to the dome. Maybe not the dome. He's still alive. SMG shot. You never know. Things can get frisky. But Asuna. Was that better? Asuna going to be leading the way in towards the hallway, trying to close distance with a sawn-off shotty. Not a gun you see very often in any context. Pretty much the only time you see this is like drop on cobble, which no one plays drop on cobble, or if JW is playing a game.
I prefer the Nova, but...
You prefer the Nova? It's all about the XM. That's where it's at. Nuke's going to pick up the first kill here. It's the FAMAS to do the damage, and it strikes twice. So damage done, and these players are trying to get back on towards site. It's just going to be nothing gained, really, as Asuna now has to try and get close. Ooh, with the deagle, it does it. Sawn-off not going to find any damage in the round, but at least 1 kill picked up with a nice D shot by Asuna. 9th round picked up by Snatch and Bag.
So I'm hoping to see a couple more kills from Asuna. Is that correct?
Yeah. I think
Asuna a little bit better.
We're so self-conscious about how to pronounce
We are.
this
I'm
now.
very self-conscious right now, but you know, it's okay.
I'm worried. I'm concerned.
We might be speaking another language here soon.
So, you utility down Banana early on just to slow this potential push from the T's, but it's all rolling towards Apps. They're crowding. They're tumbling in like a clown car full of T's. They're just rolling straight in towards the apartments. And now they'll start to move their way through. Jen just wrote a pronunciation guide out for that one name out on our notes.
I like to be prepared, so.
There you go. Be prepared. You're a Boy Scout. Mac back in the pit. Players surrounding, but there's 4 CTs here to defend, so they have heavily reinforced this. They're not at all concerned about Banana. They're just going to leave Grave to defend that. So if a rotation comes in here, they could be caught unprepared, but as it seems like they're making the right judgment. And this is a good call as well, because they're a little limited on the utility, bringing through an SMG from the last round. It means they'll be able to overwhelm with numbers, but they maybe can't do shot for shot.
So it looks like they're going to do a split A, and then of course you have some of the CTs doing some other smokes to kind of block the library, or maybe the T's. Oh.
Ooh, that's a big kill to pick up. Lanzera, that's Droid. He's changed his name somehow in the 2 minutes where we had a tech pause, I'd have to guess. He's going to get caught out by Dolphy. Stutters out for a moment there, doesn't quite realize which way he's going, but there's not really much ground gained. Konan-kun, though, picks up a big kill on towards site. It's all him alone. Now in a 1v1, Konan-kun has the bomb and time to plant as well. He's going to have to go for it, so his decision will be made for him in a moment, but actually taking that hesitation may have undone him. Doesn't get the bomb planted, and Grave will come hopping through the smoke and ring out a shot to secure the round for Snatch and Bag. That was as close can be. But ultimately, it's Snatch and Bag V2 that come out supreme.
Yeah, I was actually a little worried because I thought Gray was rotating a little late, but him rotating a little late actually secured that win. So, and just hopping through the smoke. Love those.
Sometimes you just got to go blasting out smoke like Sui 2K.
So the CTs here have guns, and we're just looking at this little eco round. So the Ts are just kind of like holding back and trying to push to see where they can get a pick.
SFX, he has the Zeus. He's got it.
Yeah.
He's got it. Do you think? Ooh, actually, Grave could test him. Is Grave going to come all this way? Jasper, feel it. Pull out the Zeus. Do it. Oh, he gets caught out, goes too soon. Grave doesn't go all the way down, and as a result, there's no opportunity to get that Zeus. Clean round for Snatch and Bag, as now in the second half, they're really starting to wake up here and really starting to put some distance on him. And one of the things to consider is that Droid's come alive. He only had 2 kills in the first half, and now he's on 6. It's not an enormous number, but it's a significant improvement from the beginning.
It's basically almost a full round of kills. That's how I look at it.
It's good stuff. Good stuff.
Well, so now we have both teams with guns. And so let's see if they are going to try to out-op each other.
Off on off violence. You like to see it. SFX is at the bottom of Banana, just trying to take that peek in towards mid to see if they'll get aggressive. Spams through to Banana is going to make him think twice about taking this peek. And there is, I believe, an op on the other side of it. Actually, that's a lie. The op's back towards lean side. Trying to ring out shots. Nothing quite lined up as of yet. No contact's been made by either side. And it looks like it might be a wrap on towards A. They haven't really committed any which way. They've got space at the top of mid over towards Arch. And there's heavy reinforcement from the CTs over this general direction. They've been quick to rotate their second player off of B and in towards this A site defense. But as it is, I think that's going to be Droid, who's actually stuck in towards Arch and smoked off.
Oh, okay.
Droid catches a kill as Dolphy tries to get aggressive through that Arch side, and now they're going to fall back. It is a wrap through Arches on towards the B bomb site, but Droid has fallen all the way back into Church, and so can reinforce. If they realize where he is, though, they might catch him out, depending on the timing. Seems like he's got the read. It's every which way, though, and Konan-kun ultimately gets the better of him. SFX ringing out shots towards the back of site. They will overwhelm Grave, who's holding that spot. Now the bomb will be planted, and it'll be a long rotation to try and get this retake underway. Agony in agony as he missed that spray. Just not quite able to line it up, not able to secure the kill. That would have been big, would have ultimately sealed the round, but as it is, Snatch and Bag realized the time on the clock and opt to go for the save.
And they'll be saving an AK, an M4, and an op, so some good guns to save.
This is sort of the Cole going for this. Oh, don't take this beat, Cole. There it is.
Yep.
Drops the op out. That's a painful loss. That's what we call the NA save. You save, but you still try and get that last kill and pad your stats. It's never worth it, folks. If you're going to save a gun, stick your head in the sand like an ostrich and just pray that you survive in the next round. As it is, tries to get that last little bit of damage, and there's a lot of damage sent in return. So no op in this round. Cole going to be severely limited as a result of dropping that big green gun. And Snatch and Bag, what was looking like could be a pretty promising round, is now much more hampered. They still got full rifles up, and they've got pretty good utility, but they've also drained the bank to do so.
Right. Be interesting to see that Grave. I don't think I've seen him op this round, but you know he was hit with a molly that brought him down to 60 health. But it's nice that he backed up over to Coffins and is holding that angle.
Agony trying to build some space here over towards the A-bomb site up in Apps. They're grabbing some territory, and they've also gained the top of Banana. So space to work with, pushed the defense back in towards the site for a much more passive hold. And they're continuing to use utility to slow this down. The bomb making its way towards the lane could soon become committed if they opt to go around the corner. They haven't done so yet. Smokes in towards Arch. Counter smokes back. Conan finds a kill towards B. That's going to distract the focus. They baited out a nice smoke from the CTs that might allow them to slip into Arch undetected if they so choose. And when that smoke fades, it's going to be all pretty much dependent on who's looking the right direction. It's Agony who catches out Nuke. They walk right past each other in the smoke like ships in the night. But Droid with the op over towards Coffin finds two. There's a big frags as well, going to deny the plant at least for a moment. Bomb will be going down now, but the retake can go on, and they got a man advantage in the retake as well, and a ton of utility to work with. So now they can work together. Buddy system tagging through, and Dolphy finds one, but he's immediately traded because his position is known. And now it's all to Dolphy. Dolphy's got two targets to find, and they can swing on him from the same spot, and he won't find either one. So bomb defused, reset comes in for X1 Mob, and Snatch and Bag, they make it happen.
Yeah, and it looks like Droid got, what, 3 kills there? So
big play from Droid.
yeah. Looks like he's starting to warm up.
All that trash talk maybe backfired. Woke him up, said, all right. I'm a MDL player now. I'm a Mountain Dew League player. I got to answer back. Can't go down to these kids on LAN.
Yeah. And Cole with
Can't you just picture Droid saying that?
Yes. Keyboard warrior.
Elite keyboard warrior. Nades down Banana. The op shot from Grave, though, splits the difference. It's Droid instead to find the kill. 1-2. And Grave can't follow it up with the 3. That's a missed shot he'd like to have back. So much damage done, but they just don't complete that last kill onto Asuna. Now bomb going to be planted. Numbers punched in. And Cole's on an XM for a retake. That's a hard weapon to work with on the retake.
Yeah. It can happen, though.
Anything can happen. I mean, Asuna will get hit with one pellet from a long range and die at this point. What is it, 8 HP? That's rough to work with. A flashbang might do the trick. I think flashbangs do 6, though, so maybe not.
No, but I do like that they know their smokes, and so they can kind of push up a little bit in sight. Ooh, there's that one little pellet.
Ultimately not to be, though. The retake is stymied. Before it can get in towards sight. Snatch and Bag up to 12. X1 Mob on 10. Everybody on the double digits as this gap has shrunk. And now we're going to have an eco round, so this gap should shrink all the more. There's a couple nades to maybe find that early nade damage and soften up some targets for the pistols to find. But it's going to be a challenge.
Looks like they're going to be pushing out of apartments here towards mid. And of course, the T's went towards the P-bomb site.
Now it's just like a death ball of 5 USPs trying to roll through and catch top banana. They'll find one. The firing squad, though, trades 3 lives in the process, and there should be no chance that they manage to get to the top or to the top of banana and get this gun. So not really a lot gained. And at this point, Mac and Nuke, they're just going to try and settle in and see if they can do any more damage whatsoever. Should not be able to. That's one cleaned up. Now it's just Nuke, who's running for his life, trying to ambush somebody around this corner, and he will get the first shot, but not the follow-up.
Yeah, Nuke did some damage to him, though. Not that that matters, but, you know, just pretty good with a pistol.
Ooh, 4 nades. We're going to get a nade stack. Get ready to observe that nade stack. Alt button is follow nades. Whoever's observing right now, get ready for this nade stack. It's going to be hype. 5 nades. It's going to be the air raid. Straight down banana, straight down mid. Unfortunately for them, the majority of the presence is going down alt mid.
But
So
they ended
get
up
one.
still get one with the bomb carrier.
That is bomb carrier. That's a pretty good reward. You invest in 5 nades, you get an easy frag. No problem. You know Jasper's sad about that. Cole, though, will be answered back immediately, and the frags are being picked up by the T side. 3 players left to defend. And despite the early gains from the UC utility, it's going to get much tougher to deal with now. Mac's still alive, but only for a moment is blinded up. He has no real chance to defend himself. And Asuna can go running, gunning, drive by with Mac 10 to find the last kill of the round. 12-12, all tied up. The X1 mob now looking to take the lead for the first time in a very long time.
So this isn't, like I said, a good game. They're tied up now, so now everyone has a gun. The only person that doesn't really have one is Asuna.
Asuna! You know what? I'm just going to go the other way. Asuna! Going to be presence towards the apartments early. I'm giving our producer Matt an aneurysm with my butchering of the name. And Cole takes the first shot with the AWP. Big green gun working out well on defense, but look at Asuna. Just a wrecking ball up lane. Finds 2 with the Mat 10. Upgrades the AWP as well, and now we've got a post-plant situation with an op to watch from Pit. This is such a strong spot to hold, especially considering how much utility they've got. They want to get aggressive, though, with this AK. That's interesting. Trying to just deny any presence towards library, as instead they'll swing towards lane. That smoke's maybe a little off. I think there's a gap in it, but that gives opportunity as Grave now swings around lane and gives Asuna an easy shot. Now in towards site, they're still ringing it out, but it's a 1v1, and Droid's at full health to dance around. Has to take the fight to Asuna, though. The bomb is planted for him, and they will find the round, but I don't know if there's enough time on that defuse. It's going to come down to the wire. There is! Droid gets it, clutched out and op retrieved as Snatch and Bag. They do not let X1 take the lead. They will get their 13th on the board.
Oh. You know, there's a couple rounds they were just not doing so hot, and then that was a good pickup for them. But, you know, of course, the T's are still able to pick up some guns on this round.
Problem here is you drain the bank. You got an XM on Grave. You got a FAMAS on Nuked. Not a lot of utility to hold them back, which they've been finding very helpful in a lot of these rounds. So they're going to need to do early damage, and that's a great way to do it. Grave with a meaty shot on the first and a high damage shot on the second. Going to leave Agony low. They're just limping through to this defense. Asuna goes straight through the molly before they smoke it. They want to get onto site rapidly, not allow a chance for this retake to happen. Cole's ringing shots through the church walls, but not finding anything for the effort, and the boost up is good from Dolphy up on top of the boxes, and 2 kills found as a result. Now makes it very difficult for Cole and Nuke to get back in the site. And considering that this is going to be the reset, if they lose it, they've got to really be considering their options. SFX takes all their thoughts and dashes them against the wall as the shot rings in the dome. There will be no more chance to ponder. 13-13, and again, as I was saying, the reset in for Snatch and Bag means the X1 mob should easily be able to get their 14th, if not their 15th round here.
Yeah, and I knew that if they started playing a little aggressive, you know, holding W a little bit, then they would be able to get a couple frags and picks easily, because they're going to surprise here, the CTs. So, but looks like you have a Zeus on Cole, so I'm excited to see that. Hopefully he can get a Zeus here, right? Still no Zeus from SFX.
Disappointed, Jasper. Disappointed. He expects such big things from people, and they just don't get you any Zeuses. We'll see if Cole can find it instead. Just kind of feeling out this defense right now for the X1 mob. See if anyone will give them a kill for free. If they can exploit any positioning. Cole might get lucky here. It might just be his lucky day if Dolphy sticks around in the bedroom. Agony going to find the first kill as they try and push through a smoke, I believe. Brave going to be next victim, and that's going to open up the B bomb site. So no opportunity for the Zeus because nobody's even going to come near A. They get a free plant over towards B. They're going to clear the site slowly and methodically, or one corner at a time. And they're probably going to realize there's nobody here. So now if you're Snatch and Bag, you kind of just set up for the exits. Maybe you get something here. There's nothing really to save through to the next, but you're also not going to have a lot of money into the next. So what do you do here? What to do, what to do. They're really just going to be battling for overtime at this point.
Yes. Cole is just working really hard to get that Zeus. So, ooh, didn't even, Conan did not see him. Ooh, Cole getting that silenced pistol kill.
Okay, some damage done. Cole's still alive, worming his way around the fountain, just trying to get around to be able to get one of those rifles. And there's Agony tagged up. Is there a kill? Oh, Agony clings on by the slimmest of margins. Cole so close to getting himself a second USB kill and a saved rifle as a result. Agony on the 30 bomb here on Inferno. 30 kills in regulation. Strong performance indeed. Leading the way is Agony. Now 14-13. Coming down to the wire here. I think we're going the full 30.
Think
Feeling
so?
it.
You feel it?
Feeling it. All it takes is one more round from Snatch and Bag, and we got that full 30. Cole getting aggressive here. This time not with a Zeus, but with a 5-7, and catches Dolphy right as he tries to slip around the corner. That's bomb spotted as well, so good information. They can now tuck players in towards the corners here in Banana and make it very difficult for the T's to get any ground towards B whatsoever. Agony just going to chill, though, and wait for them to push through. Has the spot in towards Mexico, and they've deleted the players on the A-bomb site. Now Agony has them on the flank. Nuked with a great shot in the library, going to make it difficult. There's the jump in, and there's the cleanup as Agony takes the last of the round and brings them through to 15-13. Now, here is where it all ends. Do Snatch and Bag have it in them to get one more round? Or will the X1 mob finish what they've started and close it out here in regulation?
Yeah, let's hope. And then, of course, this is a BO3, so, you know, whoever takes this, they still have one more map potentially, or maybe even two more maps. But the next map will be Overpass.
Always a good map to head to. The verticality and interesting detail. And we've already lost 2 players towards the top of Banana. Make that 3 bodies dropping for Snatch and Bag. They've answered back with 1 and great damage onto Conan and SFX. But the bomb will be planted. Now we're in a deadly post-plant situation. A minute 30 still on the clock, and we've already got a full take and in towards the flanks. Cole catches Agony just getting a little too adventurous. He could feel the presence, and now this gets risky. SFX rings out a shot, but they've got to bring in the defense. Mac only has 15 HP. All it will take is 1 pistol shot, and he's out for the count. There's even a molly on Dolphy, and an HE picked up as well. That could do it. Now they know his spot. He's rung out shots. This HE could be all he needs, but they'll just wait for him to go and tap the defuse. There's no reason to play any risk on this, and the op shot will make extra sure he's gone as X1 Mob take this 16-13.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, it was a back-and-forth game for a while there. You know, with X1 Mob winning 5 rounds in a row in the first half. So, so it's kind of nice to see, you know, some of the games and who has some clean shots. I mean, you know, the T side on X1 Mob was a little slower, but then they finally picked up and kind of warmed it up and figured it out. So, like I said, Inferno can really be, you know, hit or miss with some teams.
Swing either direction. So well played by the X1 Mob on map number 1, but it was close between these 2 teams, and so we've still got a lot more CS to be played to tell who separates themselves as the best of the best here at the NCS Minor.